Every day is payday. Swipe my card, then I do the nay-nay. Boss, Michelle Obama. Purse so heavy, getting over $1. Boss, Michelle Obama.
Wow! Oh my goodness! Look at Philly! Look at you all! Hey! Oh my goodness! What a crowd! Well, look at all you all. I am so happy to be here. Are you guys excited? Are you having a good time? Wow. Well, let me just say a few things. First, I want to thank a few people who made this day possible. First of all, we have to thank our host, all of the staff, the faculty, the administration of Temple University's Graduate School of Education. Thank you all for making this happen. The city of Philadelphia, your fine mayor, your administration, your superintendent, all of your teachers. I want to thank our hosts, Nick and Bradley, and all the other celebrities who took the time out of their busy schedules to be here for you. Do you know all the folks you have seen on this stage? They came here for you. And you saw them up there. We've got athletes and celebrities and musicians and folks who have a lot going on. But when they heard about what we were doing here today, they dropped everything just to be here to celebrate you. So we are grateful for them. But we are all here because of you. And let me just say to all of the young people, not just here in this city, but around the nation who are celebrating College Signing Day, we are proud of you. For me, this is my 5th signing day event. We started doing this event back in 2014. You remember then we were in the White House then. Yep. But that's 5 years ago, and back then we started by doing just about a couple dozen of these kind of events around the country. And over the years, more cities have signed on. And today, do you know how many College Signing Day events are happening all over the country? 2,000. 2,000 events like this are happening all over this country. Because what we know is what you all have figured out, there is nothing more important than your education. And the fact that everybody in this arena is taking that next most important step to continuing your education, that is something worth celebrating. It's as important as celebrating athletes who are getting drafted. It's more important than celebrating the NBA draft. I'm sorry, you all are the stars. So we decided we needed to make going to college and getting an education as big a deal as getting a contract, because this is the investment that no one can take away from you. And the only reason I am standing here today is because I was where you were way back when. I was a kid who grew up on the south side of Chicago. I went to public schools my entire life. And when I decided that I wanted to go to college and I applied, do you know what one of my college counselors told me? She told me, don't set my sights too high. Yeah. She told me that some of the schools that I was trying to apply to were maybe too hard for me. They were too out of my reach. And I know so many of you all heard that too, right? There are always haters out there telling you what you can't do. But here's why I'm so proud of you all. You did just what I did. You guys ignored the haters. You buckled down. You focused. You surrounded yourselves with positive people, and you believed in your ability to do whatever you put your mind to it. And here you are today, headed to the next phase of your journey. And that's why we're here to celebrate you. And here's one of the things I just want to leave you with. I know that for many of you, some of you may be the first or only people from your family or your community to even take this step. And that might feel a little scary, right? Yeah, it certainly did for me. Look, I went from the south side of Chicago to Princeton University. And Princeton felt intimidating. I had never set foot on a college campus in that way. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know whether I was smart enough. See, because some of those doubters were seeping in my head. I thought, well, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I can't keep up. Maybe they are smarter than me. Maybe I'm going to miss home too much. What about financial aid? How am I going to manage that? I had to have a job because I was a work-study student. So I couldn't afford to just go to class. I had to have a job on top of it. So I didn't know whether I could manage all that and keep my grades up, and then mixed into a culture that was nothing like mine. I was surrounded by kids with so much wealth and privilege that I thought I would never fit in. So I don't know if some of you are feeling that. Maybe you're not feeling it now, but there's some of those doubts in your head, some of those butterflies in your stomach. And if you are feeling that way, I want you to know it is perfectly normal for you to be scared about this next step, because I certainly was. But here's the advice that I have for you. Yeah, you're going to get to college, and you're going to struggle sometimes, because we all struggle. Shoot, when Barack and I set foot in the White House, it was a struggle. There were a lot of people who told us that we weren't supposed to be in the White House, that we couldn't handle the pressure, that we weren't ready. So I'm telling you, they will doubt you today, and they will doubt you for the rest of your life, but you will have some struggle, and that's okay. But see, when you hit those roadblocks, when you have trouble in that class, when you feel like you're falling behind, you have to ask for help. No one gets through college on their own. And you have to get on campus right away and find your community. You find your posse. Never be isolated. Don't sit in your dorm. Don't sit at home alone. You got to find a study group. You got to join some clubs. You got to find some teachers who will support you. If you need tutoring, get it. Ask for help. Don't be too proud to get the help you need. And know that you are never struggling alone. Everyone who shows up at college, I don't care how much money they have, they're concerned. They're worried. So you are not alone. And just remember, you have this community right here in your hometown that is rooting for you every step of the way. We need you all to be successful, and we need you all to strive for the greatest heights that you can imagine for yourselves. That's why we're all here today. We love you so much. And we have such high hopes for you. See, I'm not one of those doubters. I know you have everything it takes to succeed. I know that you are me. And if I can be standing here as your forever first lady, then you can do anything you put your mind to. So remember this moment when you're out there, when you hit those roadblocks. Remember all these people who were thinking about you and praying for you. And never, never be too proud to ask for help. You all got that? So I think that's enough lecturing for now from your former First Lady. I think I'm going to turn it back over to Nick Cannon, and we got a few more surprises in store.